several things I like to address in this video. One would be um, there is a Nipsey in your hood or your community. And the other one is can we just stop? Hopefully, we can just stop killing each other after this. Can we not go back to killing each other and blah, 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 blah. Okay, for one, the first one. Okay, so it just sounds like people are disturbed or some feeling some type of way when they say, well, there's a Nipsey in your own neighborhood. And I understand to a degree that, hey, there's outreach programs and people trying to make a difference in their own community. Um, you know, uh, and why are you paying so much attention to this particular person? Oh, it must be because he's famous. And, the thing about it is this. What does it matter the messenger, right? Uh, as if we haven't donated to some organization or some person building some schools supposedly, or buying some school, or or some mother on hard times, or or going through some type of legal issue because of something that's as leaving her child in a car while she goes to do a job interview. I mean, there's a lot of things that we already um, spend money on, or have our time, dedicate time to, or talk about, that do not happen in our own communities, that we support, that don't happen in our own communities. And all these things are happening in our own communities. Okay, there's people who have legal issues, down on their luck, and even police brutality. I mean, because that's another area in which we are polarized, and we're drawn to certain police incidents via social media or the media. But there's plenty more injustices that happen with with regard to the police, but we never, in our own communities. But we're never, again, just like with this, we don't necessarily look at that. Now, here's what people look at the surface. And I think that's why they get us. You know what I mean? As far as Black people as a whole, we don't look deeper into things. Okay? We don't look at the domino effect. People only see the fact that people are talking about him, like, oh, people are, people's heartstrings are being pulled. Yeah, there are some clout chasers, but there are a lot of people that have been, impacted by this experience and this tragedy that has happened. So, I think that it will then lead to a lot of people of all walks of life really sitting back and evaluating their general life path, and how better of a human being that they can be, or what they can maybe do in their community. You never know. Like I made a comment on a feed, and then somebody that did community work, and they were like, yo, I'm already doing this and then the third. You never know. You never know that because of this particular incident, there might be somebody that wants to get into a financial state, or availability, to where they can partner or seek out some neighborhood organization, and maybe donate their time, donate their resources. There's plenty of people that are thinking about doing things in the community, whether it be just donating clothes to a organization that helps women with career clothes that are less fortunate, maybe homeless or something like that. Maybe somebody want to give a homeless person some socks and some care items in a baggie, or some food, or maybe a little, just be a little bit nicer and kinder, and not look at mean, and look at people, or look down on people. It is so many ways that this is impacting us, and only thing that people can see and can't see past is the fact that, oh, everybody's talking about this person because they're famous and things like that. And my personal opinion is, had he been some type of affluent, African American that was call himself, investing in his community. He could have lived, in a gated community. We hear about it, and it's just maybe somebody comes in there and robs him, and the robbery go bad, and he gets shot. And I bet it would be different then, and people would be like, oh wow, oh, that's just unfortunate. Let us see if we can. Does it have a GoFundMe, or maybe what type of products do they sell? Did this man sell? I really think it's the fact that he is someone who we affiliated himself in a segment of our race that we kind of look down on, and we see them as no hope. And I just feel like from Jump Street, people were just trying to just minimize his death, period. The first thing people thought they were just gonna, it was just another little rapper that used to be gangbanger, talk about gangs. Now he got what he had coming to him, and people were going to go about their days, until people started to actually talk about him and share information about him that made people go like, oh wow, he's not just just some uneducated thug. Okay, so, and the more and more, and that's the thing, the more and more things that came out, and this is even for and I knew who he was, but even for me, it was like, oh wow, it was eye-opening. So yeah, I would say, there are Nipseys in your neighborhood, in my neighborhood, and for me, that means that there are men and young boys out here in that lifestyle, and we look down on them, we talk shit about them, and it just, for me, I feel like I have to stop and check myself on that, and now I understand that maybe a lot of them are just don't have any hope, and a lot of them are smart, but it's just circumstantial, situation that took place. So yeah, there is a lot of Nipseys and a lot of these hood dudes that they want more, they want something better, but don't have the resources, or don't have the someone motivating them, or to tell them, yeah, you can do it. And they're looking at life and all the obstacles, especially for a black man, and they're downtrodden, and they feel hopeless, and so they just feel like that's what only thing that they can do. So yeah, there are Nipseys. In that respect, yes, there are Nipseys in our neighborhood. And also I wanted to address the fact that, can we just stop killing each other? I hope we're going to just stop killing each other. Okay, so no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Even white people kill each other, and they dominate. They're the dominants in the society, and they dominate all over the world, okay? And they kill each other. Over land, over stupid shit, over politics, over trying to get laws passed, gun control laws, you know what I mean? Over money, greed, the same shit that we do, okay? Even when they go in and do a mass shooting, you never hear them say, of innocent people, mind you, they go and kill innocent people. Like, we talk about the little drive-by shootings and some people get popped. These people are going into, businesses, churches, events, and popping people because of an agenda, not because somebody was upset with somebody, and no, okay. So, and you never hear them talking about, well, I hope we just stop killing each other. That is a victim of circumstance. That's going to happen. So you're going to have a lot of people that will go back to, gang banging. There will still be domestic violence disputes. There will be property disputes, family members that don't get along, and they fight, and somebody end up dead. All the things that happen in every community, but for some reason we want to always point out our community. But all those things that are happening, yes, it's still going to happen. But there is going to be a portion of people out of this that that will change. And like I said, In my other video, I think black people just think that we just finna be all kumbaya. Like this, it's an unrealistic expectation to think that all of us we just gonna stop cold turkey and we're gonna go hand in hand and hold hands, and we're gonna practice group economics, and people gonna mend fences, people we're gonna stop being violent towards each other, we're gonna stop procreating if we don't if we don't want to take care of babies, we won't get married to black people, and everybody gonna be straight and not gay, some of y'all how y'all be. So on that bullshit about LGBT is annihilating us or whatever, you know what I mean? So you just think that, oh, this is unrealistic expectation. No, that is unrealistic. But there is hope, because like I said, a lot of people going to come out of this, because it made a lot of people feel crummy. Even, people who are well-to-do are going to be like, damn, maybe I should do more than just giving out turkeys and shit like that. And I think that's what touched a lot of people about Nipsey. He wasn't about just, that fake love, to what I call it, where they just give out some turkeys during Thanksgiving, or some, spend $10,000 on some toys for Christmas because their PR, it's good for PR, and their PR told them, a representative told them that, it's a good idea, or they donate to some particular organization or nonprofit, which has, nothing to do with the hood, or not ran by a grassroots organization, and that are of a person operated by persons of color. Okay. We seen him like, oh, wow. Oh, you really, really, really real, for real. Buying a property. He was into the cannabis, tech, clothing stores, a lot of, and then employing felons, employing homeless people or elderly people. He was just a nice person, genuinely. How many rich people or actors or rappers, we hear about, they have, they get funny, they have little attitudes, and they're not genuine in front of certain cameras. So I think that's also a lure with why people are like, wow, like, oh my God, this is tragic. Like somebody who actually was good and gave a shit for real. And I feel like shit because I've been going on about my day, and I've been, like the world is full of shit and ain't nobody good, and I'm going to get mine before, and da 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 da. And wow, this person, I missed this person's life, and this, how did this pass me? This person that's a genuine person. So it really sounds bitter to me. People who just, oh, well, there's a Nipsey in your hood. And then half of them half of you going around saying that aren't even helping you out in your own community anyway. Half y'all not even, it's just something negative you can say. Oh, well, he just, because he's famous. Isn't that why the blogs and the, Shade Room and all these other gossipy things are famous? Isn't that why, like, all those gossipy sitcom things, Real Housewives and all that is famous? Because black folks, or just people in general, look up to celebrities and like celebrity gossip. So don't try to be contradictive or act brand new like, oh, you're just celebrity worship and da-da-da. The reason why we go out and get certain labels and wear certain clothing labels and bag labels and shoe labels is because, or drink Hennessy or whatever, is because some famous person either rapped about it, wore it, or whatever, okay? And that's why, so let's come on, let's be fucking for real. It just really sounds really like, it, like, damn, we can't do shit. I mean, when people do try to show some empathy, oh, you just doing that because of X, Y, Z. Oh, you're gonna be back to doing. I mean, it's just you sound bitter and angry. Y'all need a hug out here. Like, really, it's not a good look when y'all could just be quiet and let the shit happen. And and think of the domino effects down the line. You don't know what's happening. It's stirring a lot of people. A lot of people will go back to doing what they're doing, but it's gonna be a lot more people that are going to do better in their life, reach their goals. And he done inspired, business owners to keep pushing. He's inspiring a lot of people to think about their life, and just if it's just people on an individual level doing better with themselves and being a better productive person in general and for our people, it is a victory. Okay? Even if they don't come to the local nonprofit that's grassroots, this black person that's out here. If it's just that they make themselves a better person, they're inspired to be a better person individually, in the heart, and to people, that is a victory. And that's unseen. People are gonna raise their kids a little bit better. You don't. That's where it counts. We're not finna kumbaya. We're not finna all get to holding hands. Stop saying that shit. No, we're not. We're gonna go back to killing each other. Hopefully the gangs have a truce, keep the truce. But that's a 50-50 crapshoot right about now. Right? Only thing we can do is hope that it lasts as long as possible.